Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you want to lose belly fat, you want to get rid of the muffin top, the fupa, and you've been trying, you've been dieting, you've been working out, but you're like, damn, I don't know why my stomach ain't going down the way it should be going down. In this podcast, I'm getting ready to show you what you're doing wrong, okay? Because some of the things y'all are doing, you may be doing it right, but you don't even know. I see a lot of folks who are doing things right, and they stop doing it because they think that shit ain't working. And so I want to give you some clarity on what you need to keep doing and what things you need to stop doing, all right? So let's go ahead and dive into it. Number one, you got to stop obsessing over eating healthy, guys. I know when people think about wanting to lose belly fat and lose weight, what do they think? Oh, I got to start doing 10K steps a day. I got to start doing a lot of cardio. I got to eat healthy. I got to sell my soul to the chicken and broccoli diet. And then what people be saying, I don't want to do it because I don't want to give up my alcohol. I don't want to give up my Simply lemonade. I don't want to give up my sweet tea. That's what I be hearing everybody say, I can't do it if I got to do that. I'd rather just stay fat. I just stay big as hell for the rest of my life if I gotta give up my favorite food. I can't give up my red velvet cake coat. I don't want to do it. You know what everybody be saying? Listen, you don't have to obsess over being healthy. You can enjoy yourself. Believe this or not, you can still eat the food that you enjoy eating and lose weight. Guys, I still eat Waffle House. I'm a Georgia boy. I'm out in ATL. You got Waffle House on almost every other corner out this motherfucker. So, of course, I'm going to eat Waffle House. Of course, I'm going to eat a burger and a fry because I like burgers and fries. You don't have to give it up. But what makes me want to talk about this is because every now and then I'll make a post on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You know, them little short reels, them little 45 minutes, 60-second reels. And this morning I actually made a post about pre-made meals, pre-packaged meals. I had some pre-packaged, what was it? I was at Publix. And it was like some chicken tenders, some prepackaged chicken tenders, and some prepackaged mixed vegetables. And then I had some folks in the comments that said, well, the prepackaged foods have too much sodium in it. The sodium. I made a post the other day about, I said I had a couple of different fruits, right? And one of the fruits that I said, it was a seedless grape. All hell broke loose when I said seedless grape. You lost me when you said seedless grape. Seedless grape? What? Oh, hell no. Seedless grape? But if you go to those same folks' page, they big as hell. Big old ass belly. Man titties. Can barely even walk. Breathing hard as hell when they in their video. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, a lot of them don't even talk in their video because they're so big, they don't want to be on social media. So they got a meme as a profile photo. But here's the thing. You don't have to obsess over the sodium. You don't have to obsess over a goddamn seedless grape. Here's what most folks don't be thinking about. All I'm doing is giving you healthier alternatives. That's it. You don't need to eat junk food all the time. Instead of eating trail mix all the time, wondering why your stomach big as hell, cut back on the trail mix and start eating seedless grapes. Watch your stomach start going down. Instead of snacking on chips all day, start eating some pre-made meals that have a little bit more sodium in it. Watch your stomach go down. Watch you lose weight. Which person is healthier? The motherfucker that's 80 to 100 pounds overweight or the person who 10 pounds overweight? Who healthier? Because the person who 80 to 100 pounds overweight, what y'all think that weight do to us? It causes other health issues to manifest inside our body. Type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, erectile dysfunction. Some of you guys can't even get it up in the bedroom. You can't keep it up in the bedroom. You should be, it be all limp because you ain't taking care of your health. But they been the same motherfucker talking about some seedless grape. Sodium, it's healthy, but it got too much sodium in it. You don't have to obsess, guys. The main thing you need to pay attention to is how much are you eating? Because if you just cut back on how much you're eating, you will lose weight. Because you can eat healthy food and still be big as hell. You can still be overweight. Like, you see these vegans and vegetarians out here all the time. Oh yeah, I'm vegan. You eat meat. Oh, you a bad person. You eat meat. But they be overweight. Why they be overweight? Because they're overeating on healthy food. Thinking that they better than the next motherfucker. No, you ain't no better. You big as hell because you overeating. And so you don't have to obsess, guys. This is why I talk about the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat healthy and clean. The other 20%, enjoy yourself, man. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You want to drink alcohol, drink alcohol. Shit, I drink, y'all hear me talking about drinking old fashioned Woodford Reserve all the time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me talking about eating Waffle House and burgers and taco. Man, I be out here enjoying myself. And I still have abs. And I'm in my mid-30s. This shit ain't got to be perfect. You don't have to live like a bodybuilder to lose weight. A lot of y'all are, I understand some of what's happening. Some of y'all are following these trainers. It's kind of like the whole Ashton Hall guy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't demonize nobody. I don't like, throwing shade on nobody. But for the average person that is not aware that he's trolling people while he's making his videos, you would think, damn, I need to be doing everything that he's doing for his morning routine. No, hell you don't. You don't have to do that. And the same goes for these trainers out here who are telling you, yeah, just eat chicken and broccoli every day. Yeah, just eat fish and vegetables every day. You don't have to do it like that because a lot of it's unsustainable. If you thinking that you go eat chicken and broccoli for the rest of your life every single day, you never go eat the foods you enjoy eating. What about when Thanksgiving come around? What about when your birthday come around? What about when you travel? You gonna want to enjoy yourself, ain't you? And so what's gonna happen is when those moments come, guess what's gonna happen? You gonna feel bad about yourself. Yeah, you gonna feel bad. You gonna be big mad. You be like, damn, I messed up. It's my birthday, but I messed up on my diet. It's Thanksgiving, I messed up on my diet. Well, why not go ahead and just build a healthy relationship with food? You can eat, you can enjoy yourself and lose weight. You know, okay, well, I'm gonna eat healthy, but certain times throughout the week, 1, 2, maybe 3 times out of the week, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. But I'm gonna be aware of how much I'm eating. All right, that's number 1. Take note. Take note, damn it. Anyway, number 2, you're trying to outwork poor nutrition habits. This used to be me, guys. This used to be me. Cause I grew up in humble beginnings. I grew up in the hood. I used to be going to the candy lady, running my little ass over to the candy lady every day. I was like a little sugar addict. Oh, I gotta go get me some Reese's Cups. Oh, I gotta go get me a popsicle. It'd be hot as hell outside. I run over to the candy lady. I think the popsicles used to be like $1 or 75 cents back in the day. And I used to always go over there and get something sweet. And my whole point behind saying that is a lot of folks, your upbringing was like mine. You grew up eating junk food. You grew up eating soul food, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day. And so what you think that you need to do to lose that weight is just work out. Which I'm just going to work out so I can lose weight. But you can't outwork poor nutrition habits. This is what I used to do. I used to eat, like when I was a kid, I used to eat like 6, 7, 8 peanut butter jelly sandwiches every day. The only reason I didn't get big as hell is because I was working out all the time because we had a gym in our living room. We didn't have the traditional living room, the sofa and the couch and all this kind of stuff, and the TV and the little table in the middle. We had it. We had a bench press, a punching bag, a treadmill, and some bicep curl bars when I moved with my dad when I was about 12, 13 years old. And so growing up, I was raised on working hard. If you work hard, you get what you want. That's what I grew up on. But as I got into my 20s, I noticed I started having health issues. The not sleep apnea, but acid reflux, brain fog all the time, feeling tired. I'm like, damn, why I feel tired and sluggish when I'm waking up in the morning. What the hell going on here? I feel like I'm way too young to be feeling like this. I feel old. That's how some of y'all be. You be in your 30s, your 40s, but you feel like you 50, 60, maybe even 70 years old. Joints popping, knees popping when you're going up the stairs, ankles popping, feet swole. You be like, damn, what the hell going on? Maybe I need to go work out. No, you don't need to work out. Well, you do, but you need to be focused on your nutrition. A lot of folks are trying to outwork poor nutrition habits, and that's why they can't lose weight. They're stepping on the scale, doing all that cardio, sweating like hell. Then they come home, step on the scale, the weight ain't going down. Damn, what weight ain't going down? What my stomach? This must be a scam. It don't work. It must be my genetics. I must be meant to be fat. My mama fat. My granddaddy fat. My big daddy fat. My grandmama, my auntie, everybody in my family is fat. It's just in our genetics to be fat. I'm just gonna stay fat. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm working as hard as I can work. Guys, you gotta stop focusing on working hard and you gotta start working smart. Stop focusing on working hard and start working smart. All right? It's admirable. I'm proud of y'all for actually working out. I want you to. I'm not saying don't work out. But what I'm saying is you have to start working smart. I remember when I did in-person training and training out here in Buckhead, Atlanta, I was able to train a lot of affluent people. And, I seen, some black folks. I trained some black folks here and there. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of, white folks out here and the Indians and the Asians. And, it was a given. That was out here in Buckhead. But I did train some black folks, too. They were very affluent. And there was this one lady I trained. I'll never forget it. She was on the treadmill warming up. And I was like, how your day? How your day going? What you got planned for the rest of the day after the workout? And she was like, Jay, it's gonna be a day. I gotta get it done. I gotta focus on some things to make sure my business is on point. I'm like, okay. And I could just tell she was a little stressed, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, Jay, one thing my dad taught me, don't work hard. You gotta think smart. You gotta think hard. If you working hard, eventually, as you get older, because she was an older lady, she was like in her 50s, maybe in her early 60s, I can't remember. But she was like, as we get older, our body is only going to be able to do so much. Like, if I remember when I was in my early 20s versus now that I'm in my 30s, it's a difference. Like, when my boys call, hey, you want to get out? If it's past like 9 p.m., you can cancel Christmas. I ain't going because it's too late. But when I was in my early 20s, I'd step on that. I'd go to the bar, I'd go to the club, whatever. But now, if it past 9 p.m., maybe even 8, I'm not going. In most cases, they need to let me know a day ahead of time so I can mentally prepare. And that's what tends to happen. But this is in everything though. Physically, if you are trying to focus on willpower, like will your way to losing weight, eventually that energy is gonna subside. It's just not gonna be there like it used to be when we were younger. All right. And so what do you have to do instead? You have to start thinking smart. At this day in my life, at this age, in this season of my life, I remember when I did bodybuilding back in the days, and I was doing like an hour of cardio a day to get shredded. You know what I'm saying? This is what my bodybuilding coach had me doing. I was working out for like 2.5, 3 hours. I used to be in there so long that when I walk outside to go to my car, I didn't even remember where the hell my car was at. Straight work ethic, willpower, grinding. Now I'm like, I don't want to work out no longer than about 45 minutes to an hour. If that. That's it. And so how do I stay looking lean, fit, healthy, and in shape? How do I do that? I work smarter and not harder. I understand nutrition is the number one thing I need to focus on if I want to stay lean and healthy and have energy. It's not doing an hour and a half, 2 hours of cardio or working out for 2 hours. It's not that, guys. Because you can do that and still have a hard time losing weight if you don't focus on your nutrition. Work smarter, not harder. All right. That's number 2. Number 3, stop comparing yourself to other people's journey. I've noticed that a lot of people, even when they join my coaching program, these folks be losing weight, but they be looking at the next motherfucker who done lost more weight than them in that time frame, and they get discouraged. When you compare yourself, it steals the joy from the journey because you focusing on somebody else and you don't even know what chapter they're in. You could be comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else chapter 12. Like, you don't know how long they've been trying to lose this weight. You don't know what kind of genetics they have. And yes, genetics do matter. Genetics matter. Can everybody get lean and get ripped up, cut up? Absolutely. But some people can goddamn sniff a piece of bread and start getting a big old ass stomach. Well, not literally, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, some people just can't, they don't have as much room for error if you have poor genetics. If you have better genetics, you have more room for error. You can eat a little bit more junk food and it just, the fat don't stick to you like that. But over time, as you get older, you'll start to notice the impact on your health. You know what I'm saying? I always like to think about back when I played football in high school. I played football with Cam Newton. And if y'all are football fans, y'all know Cam Newton back when he played at Carolina or Auburn. This dude was huge. When I was in high school with him, he was bigger than all the coaches. He was bigger than he was the biggest motherfucker in the school. But he was like 16, 17 years old. And so, and then he was running like a 4.5, 4.6. He was fast as hell. I had never seen anything like it. And, you know, up to that point, when I played Little League football, middle school football, I was like that guy. I'd be scoring like 2-3 touchdowns a game, like straight up. Over there at Ben Hill Rec Football out there in, off Campbellton Road in Atlanta. And they used to call me ambulance. I'd be hitting motherfuckers. They used to be crying. Ah! They started calling me ambulance. I was that guy. Got to high school, started seeing cats like Cam Newton. Guys starting to develop and come into they frame, they genetics starting to really kick in. I'm like, damn. They got like 6'5", 220, all muscle. Just as fast, if not faster than me. I'm like, okay. I see fairness is not a thing in the real world. And that's how it is. It's going to be people out here who just they're just genetic freaks. That's how it is. Like, some folks, they don't even really have to do too much of working out. And they go have muscles on top of muscles. They muscles go have baby muscles. And you be like, damn, what I need to do to get like that? You can't compare yourself. Because they genetically look like that. They can just do a little bit of working out and they still will look like that. I'm aware that I even have a little bit of genetics on my side than most people. But let me stop working out. Let me just eat junk food and honey buns and Oreos every day. Yeah, I developed type 2 diabetes just like anybody else. I start having sleep apnea and erectile dysfunction just like anybody else. Heart disease just like anybody else. Because genetics will only take you so far. It's only going to take you so far. You're still human. So the biggest thing I want you to understand is you got to stop comparing yourself. Run your own race. And learn yourself. Everybody being so much of a rush to get to where they need to be at, like with losing weight and losing the belly fat, they don't even give themselves an opportunity to learn themselves. Like, people be losing weight and they don't even understand what foods their body agrees with the best. They don't even know how much calories they really need to eat. They just be doing shit. Oh, I just need a meal plan. Oh, I lost weight on that meal plan. How much were you eating? How much portions were you eating? What foods did you need to eat for your body to start losing weight? If you don't understand these things about yourself, how would you be able to keep the results? You won't. And so while you're on and these are things I tell my coaching clients, because I build their meal plan, I build their workout routines, but at the same time, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna map this out for you, but I still want you to track your food. I still want you to post your meals inside our community, and so I can see it. And as I see what you're eating, I can give you feedback. So that way you understand why you're doing what you're doing. You understand why you're getting results. And if you're not getting results, you understand why. Maybe you just ate too much. And so this is why it's very important to pay attention to yourself. Because if you focus on somebody else, you're not focused on what needs to happen to get you to where you want to be at. All right? And so that's number 3. Last thing. Bad foods versus good foods. It's not a thing. There is no bad bad food versus good food. You can eat anything, guys, and lose weight. You can eat anything and lose belly fat. Ice cream, burgers, tacos, I don't care what it is. You can drink alcohol, you can still lose weight. Like, I be drinking alcohol. Yeah, I'll drink old fashioned. I'll drink, some whiskey. But I'm not overdoing it. Alcohol isn't necessarily a bad thing. Of course, it is poison, but it's the way I look at it is junk food and healthy food. It's food that's less quality, and then you have better quality food. But it doesn't mean you can't eat one of them. People be in my DMs be like, yeah, I just cut out sugar. Guys, it's sugar in ketchup. It's sugar in almost everything we eat. And people talking about, oh, yeah, I just cut out sugar. It's sugar in the fruit. It's like, dog, you could eat whatever you want to eat. Now, if you have type 2 diabetes or something like that, then there's certain quality foods you need to dial back on. You may not need to eat as much sugar, okay? But it's all about understanding, like, energy intake. In other words, calorie intake. When you understand your daily calorie intake, this is how you manage your energy. You manage your weight. People who get morbidly obese and you gain 30, 50, 100 pounds, whatever it is, it's because you've been in a calorie surplus. You've been eating too much unknowingly. Some folks be like, I don't even know how I gained all this weight. Well, you either eating too many calories or you drinking them. Those simple lemonades, those sweet teas, those sodas, yes, they have calories in them. If you didn't know, you wonder why your stomach getting bigger? It got a whole bunch of calories in it. You can go get you a soda from the gas station. Look on the back, look on the label. That motherfucker go say something like 220 calories, 320 calories. You be like, damn, I can drink this soda in like 2 minutes. Yeah, you just drunk 300 calories in 2 minutes. Imagine if you drink multiple sodas in a day. Imagine if you drink multiple sodas or some Simply Lemonade or some sweet tea or you eat a whole bunch of what's it called, cashews. Not cashews, trail mix with M&M because you want a little sweetness that's in there. Guys, all that stuff add up. That's why I be telling y'all, if you're not tracking, you slacking. Because you could be eating all the right foods, but if you eat too much of it, you still not gonna lose weight. You could be eating all the right foods, working out and all, but if you don't know how much you need to eat to lose weight, it ain't coming off. And if it do come off, you won't even know why it came off. You just gonna be done stepped on the scale. You be like, damn, the weight done went down. Okay, yeah, I'm doing something. Next day, the weight done went back up. Now you depressed and discouraged all over again. But if you understand what caused it, now you just start dialing back. You see what I'm saying? This is how this works, man. But I just wanted to give y'all some game real quick on how to lose belly fat and what I see most folks are doing wrong. All right, this might be one y'all want to circle back around and listen to again because it's important. Like, I see a lot of folks doing these things, and if you don't fix these things and your perspective around food, exercise, being healthy, all those things, you're gonna have a hard time, man. And I just hate to see, people who have a lot of potential, people who are actually trying to lose belly fat. Like, you working out, you're trying to diet, but you like, damn, well, I'm doing wrong. These things right here. And it's other things as well, but a majority of them are these things right here. So make these changes. Don't wait next week. Don't wait next month. Start making the changes now. And so that way you don't have to prolong the issue of the big ass stomach, the issue of not being happy with how your clothes fitting, the issue of feeling self-conscious when you out with your friends, not wanting to take photos, having to position your body a certain way so you don't look like you fat, but you know you fat. You got sucker in your stomach. You like, damn, do that photo over again. I ain't suck it in. Ugh. I can't breathe, but go ahead and take it now. Go ahead and take it. Oh, damn, my eyes was closing. Take it now. You ain't got to deal with all that, man. Who want to live like that? Some folks be having kids. You be tired as hell. You can't enjoy moments, precious moments with your kids. They not going to be kids forever. Go ahead and lose that weight, man. All right? But anyway, hopefully y'all find this podcast helpful. We out here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable, and if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.